Hey, how's it going again tonight, everybody? Just wanted to reach out again for daily log, vlog, however we want to do it here. Just communicate a little bit about my day today. We had another in-person meeting today. I felt like I was able to keep most of my communication fairly short and to the point today, which is nice. That was something I've been trying to do as like a secondary thing. I mean, I wanted to work on inflection. I wanted to work on the volume of my voice, and then this just being, especially since I'm doing reports, trying to gather a lot of information and share only the most pertinent stuff. It's very, very easy to just make a laundry list of things that I can just spew out because I know all these facts and all this information. I don't want to just turn into like a figure, like, you know, a figure spitter, or just like basically a number cruncher. I mean, that's kind of what I do, but not entirely. Do a little bit of synthesis of the data and analyze it and come up with conclusions. But yeah, it was good today. The presentation was a little bit shorter. I know the volume was good. I didn't pay as much attention to the inflection as I did just on the volume, but I was pretty happy with the volume. And like I said, I'm really trying to think I can at least focus on one, if not two at a time. I did hear a little bit of inflection, so I mean, that's still an improvement when I was giving my presentation during our meeting. And then one thing that I was actually happy about was I was starting to talk about Amphenol quite a bit, and if it was a suitable candidate for our focus list of stocks. And instead of really completing the report like I wanted to, I got interrupted multiple times by my boss. And then the first time it was somewhat relevant, but it was something else in the industry. And the second time it was completely unrelated to the topic and the stocks that we were talking about. So after he finished talking the second time, I just brought it back to my presentation and the Amphenol that I wanted to talk about, and just get out a little bit more information before we sort of had our formal vote for if we we're going to add it to the list. So that was good, and I managed to do that. I managed to keep my cool and not be rude to my boss, but also was firm enough to bring it back and to communicate, again, in a fairly precise way without adding much more detail than I absolutely needed to present the information that I wanted to show everybody. And it was good. I do think it was a good presentation. I would say if 5 is average, it was probably a 6. The last couple weeks I felt like had been a little bit higher. Maybe I'm just getting to the point where I'm doing better on the whole, and so I'm going to hold myself to a higher standard. So that's certainly a possibility. And then just something else I wanted to communicate too. I just got the dimensions, and I got a piece of graph paper out, and I just sort of like just wrote down the condo on paper, and then I just had the furniture that I'm going to be bringing in, just like placing it just like some sort of architectural dollhouse, just from an overview standpoint. So that was pretty neat, and I'm just kind of getting everything going. Like I said, let me grab that for you real quick. So this is what you'll see here, is just without having any formal reference. It's kind of neat to see this here. You could see at least right down here. Let me see if I can get this for you. Right down here. Best way is, this is the floor plan. It's kind of tough doing this backwards, but I think it's pretty neat. I'm pretty sure the foyer is right here. Then it goes into the living room right here. I want to put my TV stand up about here. Over here diagonally you have the dining room area, which I'm going to turn into my office. Then down here you have the kitchen. So like I said, this is all open space, even though I have lines here just for the dimensions. So whether you're in the dining room area or whether you're in the kitchen, you could actually see this TV stand that I want to put right over here, which is why I'm considering getting a larger TV. These little marks right here, there's a couch I'm going to buy, there's a recliner, and then there's a reading chair down here. There's the hallway that goes from the kitchen to the bedroom, and there's actually a pantry and a linen closet when you're walking down there on the left, and across from there is the bathroom. So like I said, each one of these little blocks represents 1 square feet, and I was able to just barely fit it on there, but this gives you some idea of what the actual square footage, and it's about a little over 600 square feet. and then the extra like 180 right around there roughly is the closet space. And there's actually a good number of closets in there. So like I said, sorry if that was a little bit messy. It'll probably be easier to just show you in person if we get together. And I'm super excited about it. Like I said, I got my bed, I got my dresser, I've got just some of the stuff that I have, just that you don't see a lot of times in these videos. So it's pretty cool to just be able to kind of place them down. Like I said, sort of like a dollhouse that you're putting down on paper. So it's just pretty neat that there's all this space for me to do things with, and there's just there's going to be a lot of empty room. And I don't know, my mom's like, oh, you'll find things to fill it with. I mean, sure, my friend said you could put some art up on the wall. Could also just, I don't know, there's a lot of possibilities. And like I said, I want to try to segment out like a certain amount of money for each item, and then from there sort of do some decorating and just get an idea of what it's going to look like. Because if it's my own, then I can spend a little bit more money just putting some neat things up that make me happy and remind me of things that I like, or some good time in my life that I'm something I'm proud of, things like that. It is pretty cool. Before, I know I was saying it was difficult just talking about it, and it's been sinking in a little bit more that it's going to happen, but it's pretty neat writing all this stuff down, because I was really interested in architecture at one point as a career. So it was just fun, like I said, putting the little doors on and knowing how they do that, and just doing all the dimensions and trying to be really precise even in between the lines, trying to just, calculate 17 inches when each square is 12. Just fun little nuances like that. Just trying to think in my head what size the pantry was. And yeah, no, it's pretty cool. I think it's coming together nicely. So I'll certainly share a little bit more in the coming days what's going on with that. There wasn't anything new that happened. Didn't get any emails from the bank or the realtor. So today was more of a just focus on this drawing and see how it went. And it was fun to put it together and just try to envision where all the furniture was going to be when I finally get in there.